Vinita Sarkar from Assam. Maharaji, I am searching for God. How can I find him? Please guide me.
चाबी घर में खो गई
We
थी।
lost our keys in our own house. We were searching for it outside the door with a lot of people the whole life. We could not find it. We had to return home. Similarly, the one who's searching for God has to turn inwards.
संगम त्यजेत मिथुन व्रतिनाम मुमुक्षु सर्वात्मना न विसजेत बहिरिंद्रियाणि एकश्चरन् धाश्चित्तमनंत ईसे युंजीत तद्वृत्ति सुसाधु चेत प्रसंगः। यहाँ वर्णन करें
This verse means those who are engrossed in seeking pleasures from the material world by mithun, a combination of two, the senses and sense objects, for example, the tongue and foodstuffs, genitals and other bodies and touch. We should avoid the association of those engaged in such sense enjoyment.
संगम त्यजेत मिथुन व्रतिनाम मुमुक्षु, जो भगवान की खोज करता है।
Those searching for God are called mumukshu, one who wants to be free, one who wants to attain God, and they should give up the association of such materialistic people. We should internalize our senses. And where do we have to search? Not outside. We don't search for God outside, remember this. Spiritual seekers are externally doing activities just to spend their life going to holy places, banks of Ganga, but this is not their search. Search is internal. The body is traveling and they tolerate everything while being equipoised. Don't let your senses be externally focused. You will not find what you're looking for outside. What you're looking for is at home. You should focus internally. Ekas Charan. Make yourself asang, secluded. Realize that you're not the senses, not the mind, intelligence, memory, false ego, or even your swabhav, your own nature. You are part and parcel of God, and these things are trapping me. I will not follow their advice. Just chant Radha, Radha, Radha and internalize everything. Ekas charan rahaschit manante. The prime secret is that our mind should be engrossed in God, always engaged in God. The gopis are the greatest devotees, and wherever bhakti and mahatmas are discussed, they always mention the gopis. And what is special about the gopis? They are doing all the household chores, but their mind is completely engrossed in Krishna. Murari padarapit chit vritti. So they say, Ekas charan rahan chit manante. Your mind, chit, should be engaged in chit chor, the one who steals the mind, by remembering him, singing his glories, doing his seva, service. So give up the association of materialistic people and take the association of who? Tadvriteshu. Those whose mind is engaged in God. Those whose vow is to attain God. Those who are free from vices are always remembering God and doing bhajan. Associate with such saints, tadvriteshu. So associate with devotees and give up the association of non-devotees. Internalize your senses, constantly chant the holy name, then you will attain God.
यहाँ भगवत प्राप्ति होती है।
You will find God within. Whoever realizes God, it is first within themselves. Then wherever they see, they only see God. Internal and external become the same. You are externally focused, so first turn inwards. Learn how to turn inwards, how to chant the holy name. Constantly look at the name, hear it internally. Become more and more internal focused. You may be walking the street, but you're contemplating on the name. You may be sweeping the floor, but you're chanting. You are cooking, but the name is repeating in your mind. Activities are external, but your mind is focused internally. Consciousness is internal. Some people watch TV while chanting. This is not bhajan. You did not turn inwards. Your focus is all external. No, while doing any activity, we have to be internally focused. Like Kami, Nyari, Pyari Jim, Lobi Jim, Priya Dham. Like a lusty person always thinks about other bodies. A greedy person always about money. Even though externally they appear still, internally they're thinking of their desires.
Lobhi Jim Priyadam, Timi Raghunath Nirantar, Prilago Mohira.
And how do you attain God? By love. How do you develop love? By gathering all your love which is spread out and offering it to God.
जननी जनक बंधु सुतदारा तन धन धाम श्रद्ध परिवारा सबकी ममता ताग बटोरी मम पद मन बांध बर डोरी.
So gather all your love and chant God's name to offer it to Him. Then you will see God right here within yourself. It is not difficult. He is seated right here. But we have to be so engrossed in His bhajan that we cannot live without it. For example, If we are thirsty and someone gives us condensed milk, we will not want it. We will only want water. This is how our desire for God should be. I only want God. No other sense objects, nothing else. God will appear right then. When our agony for obtaining Him increases, He knows because He's watching us every moment. Check right now, whatever level of bhakti you have, you will be able to feel the presence of God at that level. Whatever our capability is, that presence is not imaginary, it is true. When your heart gets completely purified, then your mind will have no other thoughts but God. When you have a desire for their darshan, and while getting their darshan, your desire for darshan increases even more, that is a sign of love. Therefore, chant and turn inwards. Whose question is it? Therefore, you need to learn to turn inwards. You cannot find God outside. You are all householders, and we have been on the spiritual path since childhood. Since childhood, we've been studying the mind, the senses, and learning about God. Do you know what our scripture is? The mind and senses. We have been studying them all our life. How are they behaving? How to stop them? How to engage them in God? Attaining God is not difficult, but you cannot find Him outside. Search inside. Chant Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari, Radha, Radha. You will achieve everything by this. Otherwise, it is just a game of give and take. You may keep desiring and God may grant those wishes, but you will not get Him. I had given an example of one of these in the Q&A sessions. When a child cries to climb his mother's lap, first she gives him toys to see if that will pacify him. If he throws his toys, then she sends someone close to her, like a daughter, a sister, and says, go, take care of the child. If he's still crying, then she is forced to come. This is how God is. He will first send material things, but if you keep crying, then He will send spiritual potencies. If you still keep crying, then He comes Himself. The one who does not leave the remembrance of God even for a second, even when he is offered the wealth of the three worlds, he is a great Mahatma and he will attain God. That is what we endeavor for our entire life. We try all our life. So chant Radha, 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 do good conduct and turn inwards. Do all your prescribed duties while being focused inwards. Do you understand this antarmukh? Inward looking. This is how we do spiritual practice. Even while looking at someone, I am not looking. Even while talking, I am not talking. Even while sitting amongst you, I am not with you. Because that is what we have practiced all our life. There are tens of thousands of people lined up every morning. If their thoughts settle in our mind, then who will we be remembering? Them or God? So by practice, we do not remember any of them. We look at thousands with folded hands, but actually we're looking only at one. Only my Lord is in all of them. That's it. Like all these people, we only see our Lord in them. We're only looking at Him, only talking to Him. This is our internal mood, not with anyone else. That is why some people say, how could you meet with such a sinful person and honor them? You may be seeing a sinner, but I'm seeing my beloved. You're seeing a sinner and I'm seeing my Lord. That is the difference between you and me. Your glasses need to be changed. When you get the correct glasses, you will see the truth. So if you turn inwards, you will attain God. You cannot find Him outside. Doesn't matter where you look. Go anywhere. You won't find Him even in a temple. After some time, you go to a temple, the mind will say, let's leave. See, you do not find Him here. But when you do bhajan, then in everyone, moving, non-moving, birds, animals, you only see God. Forget about the temple, you will see Him everywhere.
जड़ चेतन जग जीव जत सकल राम में जाने बंदों सबके पद कमल सदा जोर युग पान